Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Kate and I'm the lipstick legend. I hope everyone is getting alright in quarantine, wherever you may be. I'm here in my home in Vancouver and today we are going to do a very simple two product smoky eye for you. So smoky eyes don't need to be complicated. They don't need 45 different colours to get a nice smoky look. And the good thing about smoky eyes is they can be kind of a little messy. If you don't, if you're not particularly great at them, it doesn't matter because a messy smoky eye is brilliant, in my opinion. So I'm going to start off with doing a little bit of a primer on my face. I've moisturised this morning. And I'm going to do the Mercier Hydrating Foundation Primer. I'm just going to put a little bit of that in here. Hope everybody's alright and not going mad, all stuck at home. I know some people's restrictions are being eased in some parts of the world. Here in Canada, they're starting to open up a few things. I think I'm happier with that being a slower reopen than a quick one. Okay, primer on. This Hydrating Primer by Mercier is really good if you've got dehydrated skin, which I do. If you have more of an oily skin, you probably want to use something that's got maybe a little bit of silicone in it, because that will give your skin a nice canvas to work off of and it'll absorb some of that oil. Okay, I'm in, I'm good. Okay, I did a practice of this video the other day and the foundation I used was far too light for me. It was a foundation I'd not used before. I'm going to use it again, but I'm going to actually use a colour that I think is better for my skin. So I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. The colour is 200W. I think this is going to be better than the one I used before. I looked a bit like Casper in the last one. This is a Luminous foundation, which again is great for me because I'm a little bit more on the dry, dehydrated side. So whenever I get the opportunity to give myself more moisture or more dewy complexion, I always jump at the chance. I do really enjoy matte skin, but at the end of the day, it doesn't look great on me. So we're going to give this one a whirl. Okay, yeah, this is a bit better. What I've also learned actually, because I've done a few practice videos now before this one, and good because I am quite pale, but you do need something with a little bit of a warmer tone on your skin to do these videos, or you do end up looking so white even though you've put so much makeup on. So this one I think is a pretty good match. You can always tell if you bring it down to the jawline and then you've got like some kind of mask situation happening. That's not what you want. That is not what you want at all. Just slap that on. You can use a beauty blender if that's what you have at home. We were at work when we went into quarantine, and so we just had to leave everything at work. So a lot of my brushes and tools and beauty blenders are all at work still, which is a bit of a bummer, but just get on with it. Just use what you got. You can use your fingers too, if that's what you like doing. Depending on what kind of foundation I use, I often use my fingers. I use Tinted moisturiser a lot on myself day to day, and I find that one works. I use the Nars one and I find that one works really well with your fingers. Okay. I'm just doing a little bit more coverage around my nose because that's where I always get quite red. I blow my nose a lot, I guess. Okay, I'm going to leave my under eye concealer until after I've done smoky eye because I think I could possibly make a mess and it will just be easier to clean up if I do. So I'm going to do my eyebrows. Today I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Brunette. My eyebrows they're existent, they're there, they're just very light. So I'm going to just do a little bit of this wand mascara, like a brow mascara I suppose. And I go backwards to coat the back of the lashes, and then I brush up and then just pull them over. And there's still some holes there because my brows aren't like consistently even. I'm not going to fill them in. I'm just going to leave it because I kind of am going to do a bit more of a rougher smoky eye, so I just don't want to be like super polished. My cat scratched me this morning. One of my cats jumped on the bed, which then frightened the other cat, who then jumped on my face with his claws. Her claws, should I say. Little bugger, Rosie. Okay, so brush backwards, then brush up. And I'm even going to leave the little cut on my face. It's beautiful. Okie dokie. Brows are done. Rule of thumb with brows, I would say, unless you're going for a look that's kind of really stylised, just go like a shade. You can, I would say a shade darker or a shade lighter with your brows, like just to give it a little bit of difference from your hair colour, so it's not like an exact match to your hair. But really nowadays with makeup, you can do whatever you want. No one's judging. Okay, so we're going to do the eye now. Where's my pencil? Okay, so what you want for this is a kohl pencil, and the reason you want a kohl pencil is because they're usually much more movable than, say, you know, a gel eyeliner would set in the end, or like a liquid liner. You don't want to use those because you just can't move them around. So this one I'm going to use is the Urban Decay in Bourbon. It's the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. If you had like a kohl pencil from MAC, like Teddy, or do all the other colours, can't remember, lots of colours at MAC. I'm using like a coppery brown colour because my eyes are blue, and that colour complements blue eyes really well. So say if you've got like green eyes, you could use a lovely purpley colour. You could use a really nice blue if you've got brown eyes. So what you're going to do, and you're going to take that pencil and you're just going to draw like a really, you know, you can be as haphazard as you want with this. I'm not going straight at my eye like this. I'm using kind of like the side of the kohl. Don't want to poke myself in the eye basically. So I'm just going to get as close to the lash line as I can, and then make that kind of a really thick line. You can bring it right over if you want. And then I'm also going to take that pencil and go underneath. And so this is kind of my top waterline. And the reason, you don't have to get that, but it's a little trick that we use. I use that a lot in film actually, when I want someone to look like they have a really deep lash line, but I don't want to put any liner on them. I mean, in this case I'm doing liner everywhere, but so if you wanted to do a look where you didn't look like you had too much makeup on but you wanted to wear mascara, you could then put like a waterline liner on underneath, and it would fill in those little gaps between your eyelashes, and then it would look more like you had a fuller top lash. Okay, so I've made an adequate mess up there. So now I'm just going to take a 239 brush from MAC, and I'm going to point it downwards at my lash line because I want to get as close to the lashes as possible, just to make sure that it really is smudged into my lash line. Then I'm going to take it and turn it and just blend that pencil upwards. Now you can get creative at this point with the shape that you want to use. I could keep it really tight and close to my lashes like that, or I could then kind of just with my brush pull it out a little bit. If you want to give the illusion of like a larger eye shape, you can just pull it out a bit more. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to take my pencil, same pencil again, and just mirror what I did on the top on the bottom. So I'm just going to take my pencil and run it along my lower lashes, and then on the inside of the waterline. If you have a hard time doing that because you're squeamish about eyes and stuff, you definitely don't have to do it. I just think it kind of just makes the eye look a bit fuller, a bit more of a complete look. taking my brush again, and I'm just going to blend it. Okay. I think we're looking good. Quite smoky. So the other brush that is going to come in handy in this look is, I've got a Smith 235 brush, but you could use a 217 from MAC. 217 from MAC if you wanted to. I just really like this brush at the moment. This is my brush at the minute. So I'm just going to go over the top of that whole situation and just blend it a bit more. If you don't have a fluffy brush, like with a dome, it doesn't matter. You can just move on to the eyeshadow portion after you've used your flat brush. But if you do have it, this is my suggestion. Okay, one eye. Now we're going to use a shadow on top of that. So you can use any kind of brown eyeshadow that you have. You can use something with shimmer in it. You can use something that's matte. It doesn't matter. This pencil has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I'm actually going to put a matte shadow over top because I don't want it to be like uber sparkly. Because guess what? I'm just sitting in my house all day doing nothing in quarantine. Not to say you can't be super glam in quarantine, you can. So this palette is called Viseart No. 4 Dark Matte. And I'm going to use this colour right here. Now these eyeshadows are awesome. They're like an industry standard for makeup artists. They're great because they're all completely matte. This one was made, I believe, for more of a darker skin tones, but everybody can use it. And then there's one that's kind of like a more of a lighter palette. They're both amazing. By the way, I've not been asked to promote anybody's products. These are just purely my own opinions. I'm going to point that brush down again and get as close to the lash line as I can. And then I'm going to do the same underneath. I'm actually going to get a little bit of this product on my waterline as well, just so it sticks to that liner that I put there. There's nothing worse, I think, when you go out and then you go to the loo to check yourself out, as we all do, put your lipstick on, and then all your waterline eyeliner is all patchy and then you don't have it with you. It's really irritating. So I often top mine with a little bit of powder, so I know it's going to stay a bit longer. I'm then going to take my my Smith brush, not 217, and I'm going to blend it. If you concentrate most of the product like towards your lashes when you blend it out, you'll probably get a more even blend. Whereas if you pack a whole bunch of colour up here and then you try and blend it, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you're going to look like a superhero. Okay. And underneath. So you can do the old windscreen wiper, or you can do tiny little circles. I kind of alternate between the two. If I'm trying to move more product around from my lid upwards, I tend to use the circles because I feel like I can push more product up. And then once it's there, then I kind of windscreen wiper it. If that makes any sense to anybody, or if anybody has any other ways they like to do things, I'd love to hear it. Okay, so one eye is done. I'm going to go on and do the other eye, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, both eyes are done. I'm now going to add some mascara. I'm not going to do any kind of winged liner or anything like that. This is just a 2-product quick smoky eye. So you can do it as dark as this, like with the dark browns or whatever dark color you choose, or you could do it like with a really light colored taupey eyeshadow. It would still be just as beautiful. I'm going to use on my lashes. This is the Lancome eyelash primer. And I like using this because I find it just gives a real nice layer to my lashes, makes them look really thick and full. So I'm just going to go in with that. And you just need enough that you can see it's on there, you know? Doesn't have to be loads and loads. And I find that you need to put your mascara on, you know, as soon as you've applied it. Because if it dries, it's a little bit harder to make your lashes not look clumpy underneath. Good old spider lash. And my mascara of choice today is the IT Superhero Mascara. I love this. I've been using it for about 2 years now. I do that when I find a mascara that I love, I don't deviate. Love to know what mascaras you guys think are cool. I love ones that I can coat all my lashes without it looking super clumpy. My lashes are quite, I've got quite a lot of lashes and I don't usually curl them because when I put mascara on, it ends up all over the top of my lid, which is like, oh, boo-hoo, poor me. But it is annoying. I would like to be able to curl them right up to the rafters, but I can't. Okay. Who can not pull a face when they put mascara on? I'd love to know. I'd actually love to see pictures of people pulling faces while they're putting mascara on. Great, looking good. Okay, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. Okay, next up I'm going to do concealer. I'm going to use the Nars Creamy Concealer. Mine is, don't hold it away from me, light 1.25. I love this concealer. It's not too heavy. And it gives you just a real nice, it bounces light really well, so it's really good for underneath the eyes. I don't necessarily use this one to cover like any blemishes or anything, because I feel like it does reflect light a little bit. But I do use it definitely under the eyes. Love it. To blend this, you could use your finger. Just tap in with your ring finger. I recently found out the reason people use their ring finger and not like this finger or this finger, technical this finger and this finger, don't know what they're called, is because you put less, you use less pressure with your ring finger. And that's why people use it to apply eye cream as well. So because I've got like a ton of makeup on under there, I'm actually going to go and use a brush just so that I don't ruin any of the work I've already done. This is a MAC flat paddle brush number 235. I don't know if you can buy these anymore, but you know, you could use this guy. You could use your 217. You could use your finger. You could use, this one is a Bdellium concealer brush. You can use anything. If you've only got a Q-tip, you could use a Q-tip. Okay. I do like the finger though, because it warms the product up and then it kind of melds in with your skin a little bit better. Okay, like that. Okay, and another amazing product that I love is the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Anything skin related, Mercier does an outstanding job. It's just really finely milled powder. I'm going to pop that on with my 217 and I'm just going to go under the eyes with it. It just gives like a beautiful soft veil under the eyes. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, I'm not going to put any powder anywhere else on my face. Like I said, I have a tendency to suck up product and my skin is a bit dehydrated. But if you do need a little bit of powder around the nose in the T-zone area, then go for it. Next thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer on because, as you can see, I'm quite fair. This bronzer is from a company called Well People. You can use any bronzer that you like, absolutely any bronzer that you like. This is just one of my favourites. It's loose, which a lot of people don't like to use loose powder products, but it stays at home. I don't carry it in my purse anywhere, so it doesn't, you know, break. I just really like it. It's a clean beauty product, which I love at the moment too. Anything that I put on my face, I try and, I don't know, there's so many products out there, they're also amazing, but like if I can incorporate a few clean products into my range, then I will. So I'm going to put this on the old forehead, because that is where the sun loves to burn me. So let's just get that on there. And then on my cheeks, hair out of the way. It's really, this one is really fine, so even if I put too much on, I feel like I can move it a lot easier. And also, if you know, moisturise and prime your skin well enough, then you'll have less spots where bronzer or contour will kind of grab at your skin. And then a little on my chin, a little on my nose. And then, you know, with the rest, there's not much on my brush now, but I'm just gonna, you know, give it a good go. Make me look slightly more, I can dream of being tanned. The closest I get to being tanned is through bronzer, so. Okay, next up, I'm gonna use a product called Strobe Cream from MAC. This is my favourite when it comes to highlight. Or should I say, creams are my favourite when it comes to highlight. But this product in particular has been like a staple for me since I became a makeup artist. I absolutely love it. Little trick, if you put the highlighter on the fleshy part of your thumb and you just go like this. My friend Sam taught me this, so I can't claim this one as my own. And then you go like that. This is like a perfect spot on your hands. It just fits your face really well. Then I do a little bit up here usually, and a little bit on the bridge of my nose. And then let's just check. Yeah, it's lovely. Just gives you a nice little soft thing going on there. And then the next thing, we're going to do a little bit of blush. This is a MAC quad. This is called the Pro Face Palette Bright Blush. Again, there's a theme here. I'm using a cream. This is a brush from Bdellium. It's like a dome fluffy brush. It just looks like a really huge eyeshadow brush. I'm going to use the pinky guy. Put that in there. And a lot of people I speak to are quite scared of cream blush. Don't be. It's brilliant. It's really workable, so you can just push it and push it and push it into your skin, and it will blend out beautifully. And if you feel like, oh God, I put too much on there, then you can always take your foundation brush and you can just kind of brush outwards, and that will diffuse it a little bit more if you feel like you've gone a bit over the top. Okay, lastly, I'm going to do some lips. I'm going to keep it a nice neutral lip. I've got a Bite lip pencil 022. I'm not going to overdraw my lips or anything fancy, just the norm. These lip pencils are lovely too, very, very creamy. For those of you that don't know, but didn't watch my first introductory video, I'm a makeup artist in the film industry in Vancouver, but at the moment there is no film industry in Vancouver, so I thought I'd give this a little try. The bottom of the pencil's just come off in my lid, so now I can't put the lid back on. Great, I'll deal with that later. So Anyway, I'm a film makeup artist, but we're not doing any film. So I thought I'd give this a go and see if I can inspire anyone else to do some makeup while keeping myself inspired. So I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy these videos, and feel free to let me know if there's anything that you want to see. I'm up for anything. Okay, so I'm going to do a liquid lipstick. This is Lawless. And it's, I wipe off most liquid lipsticks so that there's barely anything left, so that when I put it on, it's kind of more just like a second skin than, you know, too heavy, because I find sometimes then that feels really thick. In film often I use these and I wipe most of it off so that the lipstick stays on the actress for a longer, especially if they have to kiss. That's a nice pretty pink. So that's it, the 2-product smoky eye. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I'll leave a description of all the products I use below, and if anybody has any questions, let me know. You can follow me on Instagram, I'm the Lipstick Legend, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, bye.